This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. A series of bomb threats across the U.S. are fueling fears at Jewish community centers, even causing some concern on the Suncoast.
No bombs have been found, but the FBI is investigating dozens of threatening calls across the country. Yesterday alone, 11 Jewish community centers were targeted in Texas, New York, and other states. More than 60 centers in all have been targeted since the beginning of the year. While some choose to avoid these centers for safety concerns, others say it will not affect them.
I'm not going to avoid going to the Jewish Community Center because I'm not going to be frightened.
The FBI is investigating the calls as possible civil rights violations and potential hate crimes.
And the threats have put Jewish centers on the Suncoast on high alert.
ABC7's Bobeth Yates joins us now to show us what's being done to protect the facilities here at home. Bobeth?
Yes, officials here say they're not taking any chances and they're increasing security.
You have to be aware and you have to be conscious. You just can't wait.
The Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee says when it comes to recent threats against Jewish facilities nationwide, it's taking no chances. And all over the campus, you can see evidence of that.
Doors are always locked and we have people checking bags, using wands, and we have other people.
Tev Lois is the executive director of the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee. For safety reasons, he could not go into full detail about the precautions being made, but stress they are on top of the situation.
We're in a world where certain language is acceptable and language then leads to action. And that's what concerns a lot of us, which is unimpeded language matters because people will take the language into an action.
Tev Lois says the more than 60 bomb threats in recent weeks and the vandalism to Jewish centers and one cemetery are examples of words manifesting into actions, all of which President Trump has come out condemning.
The anti-Semitic threats targeting our Jewish community and community centers are horrible and are painful and a very sad reminder of the work that still must be done.
In addition to beefing up security, the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee say they are forming a coalition and working with other groups like local ministers and the NAACP in hoping of stopping anti-Semitism and racism. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. Changes are on the way for patrol officers with the Sarasota Police Department. High crime areas of Sarasota have been patrolled by 2 police officers in 1 vehicle. The change Chief DePino has already implemented is splitting both officers and putting them in separate vehicles to patrol various zones within the city. The chief is calling it a smart way of policing, but those opposed are saying it is putting officers' lives at risk.
If an officer is working in a high crime area alone, the level of anxiety is going to be increased. And to me, that's going to increase the likelihood of mistakes, reflexive, knee-jerk decision-making, which is therefore detrimental to the public and its safety.
We have such a great relationship with people in our community. I believe that increases the safety of our officers with those interactions that we've had and the trust and relationships that we've built.
Chief DePino goes on to say her officers are provided with the best tools such as ballistic protection, pepper spray, and training in order to keep safe.
Well, some changes are on the way here on the Suncoast and our weather. Let's find out more with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, finally some pretty good changes in terms of rainfall. We need the rain. There are some fires around. We had the smoke problem this morning. That'll douse a lot of these fires if we get the inch or plus more across the area as a result of this area of low pressure, which continues to move across the lower Mississippi Valley, bringing heavy rainfall into the panhandle of Florida right now. As we take a closer look, you can see that heavy rain extends all the way out into the Gulf of Mexico. It's out of the radar range right now, but these are some pretty heavy showers, and those will be kind of parking themselves right along the East Coast as sunrise occurs tomorrow. This is the rainfall forecast, 6:30 a.m. You'll notice we don't get much rain overnight. Just a few showers are possible, say 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then after sunrise, it really starts to come in. In fact, we'll get the bulk of our rainfall if we get it throughout the mid to late morning and into the early afternoon. Then after that, the accumulation is just about 3/10 of an inch for places across the Suncoast. So we're looking at over an inch of rain in most areas, which is good news. We'll have much more on this front and what it means for us as far as cool temperatures behind it. We did have the smoke as a result of that southeasterly flow moving into the coast, but as I said, that will start to diminish as the rain moves on in, obviously. Well, more in the forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Sarasota City Commissioners are discussing whether or not to increase fees for developers building in Sarasota. The money from what's called a multimodal fee would go to transportation projects, everything from roads to sidewalks to bike lanes. Back in 2014, city commissioners deeply discounted those fees as a way to jumpstart growth following the economic downturn. Now, some are demanding those fees be raised again to catch up with the current growth. But the developers we talked to say it could actually drive property prices up even more.
Development creates good things, but it needs to be controlled in the right way, and one good way is to make growth pay for their impacts on our infrastructure.
It's actually diametrically opposed. You can't increase impact fees and decrease the cost of construction. You can't do both.
The total fee would vary depending on the project. Sarasota County already has a similar multimodal fee in place.
Northport City Manager Jonathan Lewis doesn't have to go far for his new position. Lewis has accepted a conditional offer to become an assistant county administrator for Sarasota County. Lewis has served as Northport City Manager since 2011. He has more than 19 years of local government experience in Florida. And in a statement, Lewis said it is a great opportunity and honor to be chosen to work with the dynamic team at Sarasota County. This new position allows my family to continue living and playing in Northport, and I will have the privilege to serve Sarasota County as a whole.
Well, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, after the Florida Supreme Court ruled the death penalty cases can proceed, one group wants the state to put a temporary stop to the controversial act.
And elementary school students may get a little less work and a bit more playtime. We'll explain the latest effort moving through the Florida legislature.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
Peace of mind is really crucial. The safety and security of this higher level of care, I think, is really important. Great nurses, great doctors, technologies that can really help when you are dealing with complications, high-risk newborns, or the infants that have medical conditions. This is the kind of care that we want at our public hospital.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is the place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Don't miss these February Red Hot Buys on Wild Bird Food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Clergy members from across Florida are asking lawmakers to put a moratorium on the state's use of the death penalty. They say the death penalty is not handed out in a fair manner. The pastors want lawmakers to go beyond requiring a unanimous jury verdict in death penalty cases and just take the option of capital punishment away altogether. A proposal that would require unanimous jury recommendations for death sentences is now moving through the committee process.
We are not saying that we do not believe that there are people who do heinous things. We are simply saying that no matter how heinous the things that are being done by our criminals, we are still called upon our better angels to do right by one another.
Yesterday, the Florida Supreme Court ruled that death penalty cases can proceed even with an unconstitutional law still on the books. No death row inmate has been executed in Florida in more than a year, while lawmakers and the courts have gone back and forth over the state's death penalties laws.
Florida schools would be required to let children out every day for recess under a new bill moving through the state legislature. A Senate panel approved a bill today that would require elementary schools to set aside 20 minutes each day for free play recess. Mothers of school children have lobbied for the change over the past 2 years. They say children need recess to get rid of some energy and give them a break from all of their schoolwork. A similar bill was approved by the House last year, but the Senate never considered it because a top senator opposed it. Southwest Florida is seeing an uptick in homeownership. The U.S. Census Bureau released new figures today. Homeownership in Florida dropped statewide from 64.8% to 64.3%. But the Fort Myers area had the nation's third biggest gain in homeownership, rising more than 3%. And the Sarasota-Bradenton area had the nation's second biggest drop in the homeowner vacancy rate. Sarasota had the highest homeownership rate overall at 73%.
You know, we see a lot of the deals made now in real estate in this area, at least for the upper homes in the upper class.
Right.
You know, maybe 500 and up. They're done as cash deals.
Yeah,
so a lot of people are paying just the cash.
Right. Must be nice.
The mortgage process.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back with your forecast. Stay with us.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
As the only certified surgeon of excellence in metabolic and bariatric surgery in the area, Dr. Joseph Chepley has performed more than 1,300 successful bariatric surgeries. Join us on ABC7 News from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 23rd. Dr. Joseph Chepley and his talented staff will be taking your phone calls as we discuss what makes someone a good candidate for surgery and the different options available to patients in our area. Thursday, February 23rd.
Well, we woke up to the smell of smoke
Yes.
across the area. It's pretty strong.
Smoke and some fog around too, and that's a result of an inversion. That means it actually gets warmer with height, and it kind of actually is a cap in the atmosphere, so it doesn't mix very much. And so the smoke gets caught up in the lower part of the atmosphere, and that's what you were seeing and smelling this morning. It was pretty high. Good news is that the air quality index was not all that high at the Sarasota emergency management. They're putting that out there, Sarasota County actually. And Van Way's a webcam showing a lot of clouds around throughout the day today, and those clouds are in advance of a storm system. Get ready, keep your umbrellas handy. You're going to need them throughout the morning, especially tomorrow into the early afternoon. Right now, not too bad out there. You can see a little bit of clear skies occasionally, but generally mostly cloudy skies are in the offing right now. There's the front, and it's not really a front, it's a line of low pressure around an area of low pressure, which continues to generate big storms over the panhandle of Florida right now. And there have been some signs of some rotation with some of the cells. You see those right there moving onshore into the panhandle of Florida right now, and lots of lightning too. So we're going to see a few lightning storms here, but generally showers, heavy at times, moving on through beginning after sunrise. Panama City seeing some rainfall, had a little rotation with this cell just about a half hour ago. We're not anticipating anything severe. It doesn't look like it. We could get some strong gusts up to 30, 40 miles an hour. On top of that, small hail is always a possibility with these kind of systems. This looks like rain, but it's not. Again, military exercises in the southeast Gulf of Mexico creating what appears to be rainfall, but it's not. It's moving off to the north right now. That is military chaff. And the storm itself, at least the line of showers, is still a long way offshore. So we got plenty of time through this evening. You have a walk, jog, or looks like any outdoor activity should be okay. Now that smoke was around. This is the biggest fire we can see on the radar imagery. It picks up the actual smoke plume, and you can see that carrying all the way off toward the northwest. This morning's winds were out of the east, and basically that would have been this fire right there near Mayaca City. There's also a controlled burn or agricultural burn at Longbar, the development there. They are clearing quite a bit of trees, and I drove by there and there was quite a bit of smoke around. That was even this afternoon. The fire has been on throughout the morning hours. 73 right now. We have some clouds, and the dew point temperature is at 60. Humidity 64%. That's fairly high. Winds are out of the south at 9. The pressure has been sliding slightly. As this high pressure gets out of here, the low pressure will continue to work its way into the eastern Gulf. When you get a low pressure like this so close, you can expect lots of lift, and that creates the clouds and showers and even a few thunderstorms. 79, despite the cloudy conditions, we warmed up to well above average of 74 is the average, 87 the record set back in 1997. No rainfall to report. We could use some, especially with all these fires around, and this is going to be a pretty good rainfall too. We're talking rainfall amounts up past an inch in most areas right now. That's what it looks like. Tallahassee at 70, 73 in Jacksonville, 75 now in Orlando, the Keys at 76 degrees at Key West. And with that west coast wind, 70s, low 70s from Inglewood all the way up to Bradenton, mid 70s inland, Mayaca City at 77 and 74 in Lake Placid. Well, that wind flow will be out of the east and southeast, so we could still see some more smoke, but by the morning hours, late morning, we'll start to see that west wind move on in. Now, the bulk of the precipitation, the heaviest rainfall will be in the morning hours into the early afternoon. Then after that, things will start to calm down a bit. We'll still see a few scattered showers through the evening on Wednesday as this area of low pressure continues to work its way off toward the east. And as far as that rainfall forecast goes, you can see just 2/10 by 6 a.m., but then we get over an inch and maybe even a little bit more in some isolated areas. We could see as much as 2 inches of rainfall. Well, here's the forecast for boaters. Not the best. Seas will be 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop in the bays and inland waters. Tides upcoming. High tide will be at 8:11 and a low tide at 4:57. Sunset at 6:26. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Showers developing after midnight, but the heavy rain after sunrise. And it looks like we could see a few thunderstorms. I mentioned 73 for a high. And then Thursday morning, there's still a chance for showers. In fact, a 30% right through the day on Thursday. So it's not going to get out of here too quickly. But the heaviest rain will be tomorrow. And then Friday and in through Tuesday of next week, looking pretty good. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Sarasota County School District is honoring outgoing Superintendent Lori White. The Arts and Cultural Alliance thanking White at today's school board presentation. She spent nearly 40 years in the district, 8 years in the top spot, and has 1 week left as superintendent of schools. Her last day coming next Tuesday.
I feel so blessed to have had this wonderful honor of leading this great school district. But I'm also very happy that I am able to live in a community that really supports education thoroughly.
Todd Bowden will take over the role as Sarasota County School Superintendent on March 1st.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll introduce you to an amazing Suncoast woman. If you went to school in Manatee County, she may have been your teacher.
Tonight, after a week of chaos, President Trump tapping a new national security advisor, preparing his new travel ban. Americans still divided as the world watches and weighs in. This is Where America Turns. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
I won cash for life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony, we're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get all the safety and security of a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
In honor of Black History Month, we want to pay tribute to some of the heroes of the civil rights movement here on the Suncoast.
ABC7's Linda Carson joins us now with the story of an amazing Suncoast woman who fought like a tiger so that everyone could enjoy equal rights. Linda.
Jeanette Eubanks Kelly lights up her room. It's easy to understand why she is so beloved by the elementary school kids that she taught during her 33-year career in Manatee County. But she was never one to sit back and endure injustice. Jeanette Eubanks Kelly was born and raised in St. Augustine. She was very outgoing.
We used to sing on the street corner. My dad was a minister. I was lucky enough, my sister and I, to get piano lessons by doing housework for the pianist, the teacher.
In her teens, she got involved in the civil rights movement.
Hey, we had to have the rights like every other citizen in America. So why not? We'll have to fight for it. So that's what we did. That was one way of fighting for it. Having the marches, having the sit-ins, and I went to jail for 8 days.
Dr. Martin Luther King came to St. Augustine to inspire them.
Tell us why we are doing it and the purpose. It was the purpose of what we were doing and what it would mean for us as well as every other person in the United States.
Dr. King had to leave suddenly.
He left because he was called to the White House for Lyndon Baines Johnson, our president, to sign that civil rights bill. And that was a joyous time, very joyous time.
She graduated from Florida Memorial College and got a teaching job in Manatee County.
I taught 2nd grade for 2 years and 5th grade for 31 years.
She first taught at James Tillman, an all-black school. That's where she met her husband.
They moved me to Palmetto Elementary. So that's when I guess I would say I helped to integrate the school system.
She was the first black teacher most of her students ever had.
I just let the kids know and the parents know who I was and the purpose of my being in the position that I was in. And it was to teach your child and respect you and your children. And I really didn't have any problems.
She's won many awards and met many famous people, including President Obama. And her life lesson?
To be yourself, be honest, treat people fairly, do unto others as you will have them do unto you.
Mrs. Kelly spent most of her teaching career at Orange Ridge Elementary School. I know her students there would be very disappointed if we didn't mention that. And she also has a wonderful husband, great kids and grandkids, her original husband. So they're very happy.
It's meant to be. All right.
A great lady. She really is a great lady.
Fantastic.
Inspiration, too. Yeah. All right,
Yes, she
Linda.
is.
Thank you so much. Rain tomorrow, huh?
Yeah,
Prepare for that.
basically tomorrow morning after sunrise, we could see a few showers in the early morning hours, but umbrellas will be needed definitely tomorrow morning.
Okay, Bob. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you tonight at 11. Have a great evening.